Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jessie and I am a kindergarten through 6th grade music teacher if this is the first time ever clicking on any of my videos. In today's video, we're going to be talking about long range planning, and this is actually going to be a little mini series, about 2 or 3 videos to come in the month of July. You guys, when this video goes live, it will be my last day of summer. So I am a modified year round. I get 6 weeks of summer and then I get 2 weeks between each quarter. So I will take it. I will not complain too much, but I can't believe the summer is almost over for me. So hopefully you got a lot of summer ahead of you, and maybe you're starting to kind of think about school a little bit. Well, this long range planning series is for anyone that wants to just kind of have a refresh, or maybe it doesn't really know where to begin on having a really good plan and vision for your music program. So we're going to be talking about today the very first step, which is curriculum mapping. So let's get into it, you guys. I have a freebie for you linked down below if you would like to do this alongside this video, or watch this video and go fill it out for yourself or use it as inspiration for making your own curriculum map. But I have it linked down below for you guys, a freebie template that you can customize to make it your own. So let's talk about the process in order to make a curriculum map. So the very first step is that I want you just to brainstorm, to brain dump all of the kind of bigger concepts that you think are important for your students to learn. And that might be like melody, rhythm, form, instruments, harmony, texture, movement. Anything that comes to mind, I just made a big long list. And after you've made that big list, that's when I want you to go back and pick the second step is pick 4 to 6 of them. A curriculum map is great, and I think it's very important to have because you do have a really good roadmap and you know specifically what each grade level should learn by the end of the year. But I do think it's sometimes if you pick, I had a good list of maybe 12 different concepts that I thought of. If I picked all of those, I think it'd be a little too overwhelming. You're going to teach your kids so much, even more than what's on this curriculum map. But this is a good starting point, and it's a good way to kind of focus in and declutter your brain so you know what's the most important that your kids are going to learn throughout the school year. So I would pick only 4 to 6, maybe 8 at the most, of those concepts that you're going to work off of. And then the third step is to create a table of some sorts. And this could be pencil and paper, it could be in Google Sheets, it could be in Google Slides, PowerPoint, whatever works for you, wherever you can kind of create a table formation. The template I have for you guys is in Google Slides, and you're going to be putting your concepts at the top. So I had 5 concepts that I picked. I picked melody, rhythm, form, instruments, and listen. And those were my 5 that I kind of worked off of. Those were at the top. And then on the left side, I put my grade levels. I teach kindergarten all the way through 6th grade. If you're K-5, K through 5, or and so on and so forth. Then what you're going to do is within those boxes, you're just going to fill it in. And then as you're filling in your table, there are 3 tips that I kind of have for you. The first one is don't sweat the small stuff. Just like we said, we don't want to overcomplicate this. We want a roadmap, but we know as teachers especially, we got to be flexible. We're going to be teaching way more that's on this curriculum map. So just put those really big overarching goals that you have for your students. The second tip I have for you is think about the progression. I actually like to start with one concept. So maybe I start with melody and I think, okay, kindergarten, I want them for melody to know the difference between high and low. I want them to know the difference between up and down, right? Then you think, okay, first grade, I'm going to work just with so and mi for them. And then second grade, I'm going to add la. Third grade, I'm going to do do, re, mi, so on and so forth. So you really think of that progression from the lowest grade all the way to the highest grade, lowest grade to the highest grade. You're thinking of that progression, and it really sequences exactly how you build on that concept. Instead of doing it where you think of kindergarten and you just think across the board for rhythm, melody, listen, I really think that it helps you with the progression and building on each grade level by doing it that way. Instead of doing it by grade level, do it by concept and going through all of the different ones. And finally, my third tip for you is pick a format that works for you. Don't sweat it. I love making things cute, and if that brings you joy, great. But if it stresses you out, it does not need to be anything super crazy. And also just know that it will change. Even as I've been making this template for you guys and filling it out, I think my curriculum map has already changed about 3 times. So again, have grace for yourself, pick the format that works for you. Don't sweat it if it doesn't need to look cute or anything like that. And finally, just know that it probably will change, and that is okay. You're going to find a system that works for you. 7 years of teaching, and my curriculum maps have changed all over the place. If I can find it, I'll put I'll put a little graphic in here of my very first curriculum maps, and until now, and just how far it's come. You'll notice that my very first curriculum maps had way too much information on it. It was just way too much. And mine are a little more bare now because, again, you want room for flexibility. All right, guys, so that is the very first step. I hope that this helps you with curriculum planning for your classroom. Start with that map, and then next week we are going to be talking about scope and sequence, the when. So you're going to take your concepts from your curriculum map, and we're going to kind of schedule them out for what time period are you going to be teaching these concepts to your students. All right, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget that freebie is linked down below if you would like to grab it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.